I'll just make it short. If I look at you and I want to fuck, boom. If I look, and that's what. If I look at you, if I look at you and I find you attractive, that's it.
Yo, X, what up, man?
Yo, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, it's been a long day. I'm a little hungry, but hey,
You
man,
look a little hangry.
You ever like? I am a little hangry. Question though, man. I've been thinking about this. So, you know, you ever like work on something so hard and do certain things and people just ain't appreciative no matter what you do? You ever feel that way?
Yeah, all the time. Every time I start a new career, every time I start a new project, every time I make a new decision.
It's like always somebody got an opinion, you know, like, you know, opinions are like thingies. Everyone has one. You know, the other word I'm trying to say, but
everyone's like a butthole. No, I absolutely agree.
Okay.
I absolutely agree. And it's like that saying goes, if people ain't hating on you, you ain't doing nothing right.
I agree, man. So, you know, I was thinking, I got a buddy of mine, another light-skinned brother. You know, I was thinking we bring him on to the show and, you know, talk
Not
about
another light-skinned man. Then it's going to be 2-1.
Hey, we got to gang up on you, bro. You know, I mean, I got to do something. We've had ladies on here, so why not bring a couple fellas on here once in a while? So, here's what I'm thinking, man. You know, let's do it for 2 Shades of Black today. Let's bring a homeboy in here. You know, he got a little bit of ferociousness to him. I think he called himself the Lion.
The Lion. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Lion.
Okay. Well, shoot. Then this your homeboy. I'm giving you the reins. Go ahead and take us through it, boss.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. 2 Shades of Black, baby. Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right. So tonight we got a special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, my guy, the Lion. Give it up for him.
Hey, yo, I low-key like how he goes, yes, I have arrived.
He's like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Do you ever get people that just want to be like,
yes, all the time. It literally, the amount of women who come up to me and they're like, "Ooh, Lion!" Every time I see them, it's like, "Rawr." I'm like,
I take it back then. I take that shit back then.
I'm like, all right. I mean, obviously, it's like it's on brand, but it's just like, you know, it like loses its like pizzazz at a certain point when people just like repetitively come up to you and do it, and you like, I only pull it out for scenes like very rarely where I'll actually like do a full like Lion whatever. So it's just like, thank you. I don't know. I'm just awkward like that. I don't know what to do.
Oh, hey, we want the awkwardness to become full force here. So
definitely, I want the real raw cut of Lion. Well, not the
Okay. Hey, let's not stop. All right. Anyway, this is 2 Shades of Black. Actually, we got a 3rd shade of black today. My light-skinned brother, my dark-skinned brother, I don't know, brown-skinned brother. So we're going to get into some stuff here. I'm a little hungry, so I might be a little short with a little bit of things. You know, we had a couple technical difficulties, but we're going to get into it and make it happen. So, Lion, man, we're excited to have you chop it up with us, man. We want you to be open and honest and be comfortable and have fun, man. Welcome to 2 Shades of Black. So we know you're a content creator. We know you dabble in some different things, but let's get into the nitty gritty real quick, man. So what made you start doing this, man? What made you get into the business?
So I was in the lifestyle for a couple years back in my younger days. And my ex-wife and I were exploring it for a while. And when we started expanding our family, she was no longer interested and I was interested, and we were trying to find like a healthy compromise to, that life. And I had left the lifestyle and was really wanting to get back into it, but we couldn't really get that compromise. But then about a year before I got into the industry, I still had my FetLife, and I managed to get a message from Michelle Rain on FetLife. And
I just don't know why he keeps doing this to me. Okay.
wait. Who's Michelle Rain?
Michelle Rain is like one of the bigger TikTok, Instagram pro.
Is that the one that came out saying she makes like 40 million a year?
So she was actually that was like a joke because she took it from like, I think it was like Sophie Rain or whoever she is.
Oh, okay, I was thinking of Sophie Rain. My bad.
Yeah, it was like a satire, but yeah, she did post that recently, and people thought it was her posting it. But yeah, she had hit me up on FetLife, since I'm from Wisconsin, she's from Wisconsin, and she was asking me if I wanted to do OnlyFans content with her. And at the time, I was like, I was working a corporate job. I was doing the big guy thing, just or the adult thing, working the corporate job, making the money, doing the family thing.
He
And I
said
was
the
like,
big guy thing. I was lost for a second. I'm like, what's the big guy thing?
the man. It's not just men.
You was adulting.
You're adulting.
I don't want to just, there are a lot of women that go out and do the big dog shit too. So I just kind of wanted to use a different term.
You want to be inclusive. I got you.
She'd hit me up. I was like, I got tattoos. I'm not comfortable. And then this compromise about a year later started happening. And I go to my ex-wife and I say, OnlyFans? And her and I both have business backgrounds. And she was like, that's the compromise. So I said, sure. So I got on Twitter, started doing solo stuff, trying to get a little bit of a following. I got about 440 followers, thinking that was enough. I messaged Michelle and I'm like, hey, I have about 400 followers now. I think I'm really like getting into it. You want to collab? And she's like, of course I want to collab with you. And that was all it took.
400 followers. That's all it took. That gives I got 400 followers. Let me hit up Michelle Rain. Hold on.
It was definitely unique because it was. I think it was because I was really genuinely asking her. I was asking her business questions. I was trying to figure out what the do's and don'ts of the industry life was like for content creators.
Oh, so you came off like a real genuine dude. Then I got you.
Yeah, so it was like I really wanted to pursue it as a business. And she already had opened up as with interest to shoot with me if she found me attractive, but then it was I got the foundation started, and she was like, I'm let's give you a shot. And after that she co-signed me and like post the photos on her X and said, this is a good guy, he's one of the new, he's gonna be someone in this game, and really co-signed me. And then on Twitter, I had encountered a couple of people that really helped grow and nurture my brand, and got me into some of the right places at the right times. And my career just really took off super fast. Like literally, I shot my scene with Michelle Rain. A couple months later, I'm at Exotica Miami, and then I'm literally shooting with some of the biggest names in the industry as content creators.
Hey, boy, you were I show speed kind of wonder, huh? Okay, before we jump forward, I got a couple of questions that I need to ask then for you. Was the conversation with your wife that simple when you was? And I guess for me, you hear about it and you see it online where some of these couples are doing OnlyFans together, and you see these couples that are like venturing off alone and handling business. See, right. How did OnlyFans or going into the industry, how did you approach that conversation? Apparently, is what I'm asking.
Well, with I'm going to keep a buck 1,000 always. That conversation, the lifestyle was always a challenge for our marriage. It wasn't the reason for our divorce. It really wasn't. A lot of people speculate that always. It's like, oh, your ex-wife, it must have been the content. My ex-wife to this day is still my biggest supporter, and literally it gives me we may fight about all the other stuff, but she comes back to the table and she says, I'm proud of you. You're doing so good. This is for you. I still support you. I want you to win. No matter what happens at the end of the day, I don't want you to lose this part of your life. And
you must be a real good guy, because my ex-girlfriend say, I wish you died. You ruined my life.
Jesus.
And
look at you.
I hope you die of a horrible STD. I mean, I need to hey, at the end of this line, we might need to have a conversation, because none of my ex-girlfriends want to see me. Shit.
Well, I married my high school sweetheart, so
and mine died on me and said she ain't want me so bad. She died on me.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
All right, that's enough for you. Lion,
okay, but
continue.
But to answer, I mean, I want to get back to that at some point. Definitely want to get back to that at some point. But the question.
Sorry about that. I'm a little crazy sometimes.
It's okay. I did the caveat. So the lifestyle part of things was always a challenge to work through our marriage. and we were constantly trying to find common ground or some type of compromise that was healthy for us. And we, over the years, were trial and erroring. What are we comfortable with? What are we not comfortable with? What do we want? Times away, times on. And when I had it had gotten to a point where it was completely off, and she was like, I don't really think I want you to come back into it. I'm not sure where I want you to, she was uncertain where we wanted to go with it. I was pretty certain the lifestyle I wanted and like what I was into, but I am the type of person where it's like, if she's not on board, hey man, I'm yours. I'm your husband. So I'm
That's
not going to be.
Yeah, respect
I'm not
for sure.
My last question on this topic, and we can move on. You had this conversation. It sounds like it didn't go as smoothly. And I guess and a person who isn't in a relationship or never had this kind of conversation with my significant other, I'm sure individuals that's watching this particular podcast and maybe on the back of their mind, what are some of the things that you think you did right during that conversation that led to her saying yes, as far as OnlyFans and essentially leading to being like your ex-wife where things went wrong? Where do you think, now that you're further along in your career, things you could have improved on or done better to have that better conversation for individuals who might be having this in their thoughts? I guess if you can provide us some tips of the trade of having this conversation with your significant other. Correct.
Well, first and foremost, I love a 3-part question. Jordan knows this very well. Well, first and foremost is when you are with somebody and you are in a relationship, you have to have transparency and open communication.
Oh, that's
you have to
facts.
you have to be transparent with what you want. You need to say, these are the needs that I have. Can you fulfill those needs? If not, do you want to still be with me, or can we compromise? Some people are built for a non-monogamous, ethically non-monogamous or swinger lifestyle or content creator dynamic, and some people aren't. And it's up to you to be open and transparent about what, first and foremost, if you're just lifestyle, what your needs are and where that balance is. But then when you're doing business, what are your needs but wants in the business? And for anyone doing, I'll leave the lifestyle stuff to the side, but when we're talking business, as a content creator, it's being transparent of the business objectives, really separating, for lack of better terms, church and state. Like, for the business, here are my goals. I want to work with so-and-so. I want to work with so-and-so in order to achieve this. I want to do this. I want to be able to get to this event to do that. For me, in my situation, the business was what excited her. Because we have a business background. We both have business degrees that hyper focus on.
So the potential of revenue is what got her excited.
Right. We both have analytic backgrounds. So for her, when she was looking at the numbers and the growth and the social media aspect, that was what was interesting to her, that made her feel included.
Sure.
And for me, I was able to still function in a ethically non-monogamous space while also bringing her with me. So as the Lion brand expanded, the Lion brand wasn't just me, it was me and her. It was a
partnership.
She was just behind the curtain, moving controls around where she wanted.
She
was Geppetto. She was Geppetto. Okay.
So she was. Right. But I want to articulate this point is that pulling strings in some context sounds bad. She was holding me down, supporting me through the journey, supporting the family at home, there were so many things that she was doing behind the scenes that really gave the brand the ability
to expand, because it took things off your plate. And when I meant puppeteer, I don't mean it as like the horrible way that people think of it. It's like Pinocchio and whatnot. You do as I say, because the puppet can't have any action if it doesn't have the strings to support it. It is just a dead doll. But the puppeteer is not, and you can look at it in two different things. And I guess the way I look at it, the puppeteer is it is controlling it, but it's also providing it the support to freely do what it would like.
Right. I was the appearance. I was the front face. They were behind scenes. Like, it is a really good analogy. Yeah, it's.
Or we can say ventriloquist. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So we got it. All right.
The one thing here is, before you jump, Jordan, the one thing I would say, and I guess with me, hang on, Jordan.
Leave us alone. We gotta get through this. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Hang on. Okay. So my question is,
you talk too much. They already told you this.
See, this is what happens. We gonna end up breaking up like a 90s boy band. Keep talking. Anyways, what I'm saying, I guess for me, I don't have that luck in relationships. I'm a bigger dude. I'm a heavy set dude, but I'm trying to work and look better. All right. So I hope you aspire me to get to a relationship like that, but I just got to drop my weight first.
And guess what, though? That goes into our next question. And thank you for that layup there. That was an alley-oop. I greatly appreciate that. Old. So, wait, hey, look, here's the thing. I am starving, and you're talking about weight loss, and I can't think about nothing but food right now. My girl just got us some wings. Boy. look, man, my girl just got us some wings. We all about to, we about to dig in. But, here's the thing. Lion. It's been a journey for you, my brother. First time I seen you, you didn't look like that. And you know what? Editor, I want you to get some photos. We're going to take some photos of before and after, and we're going to post them on here. So, bro, this is a weight loss journey you got here, man. And I want you to, I don't want this one to be as long because, like I said, we got some food on the way. So we're going to go to this one. So I want you to keep it, simple. But definitely give us some walkthrough. We're not going to rush the fans,
buddy. Let's go.
No, we're gonna walk. We're gonna rush. But hurry up and wait. He knows that. He knows what that means. He's a military guy.
I'm about to tell you guy go grab a damn drink of water.
Anyway, can you tell us on how this weight loss journey has been? Like, how's everything going on? And what's your changes in your daily life? Like, what's new for you?
Honestly, it was a very easy transition for me. I was doing strongman, doing more of a strength athletics, and I wasn't even trying to do it professionally. I'm not tall at all, so I was just doing it for fun to do an amateur competition. I got to 310 pounds at 20% body fat. I was doing pretty decent and I was doing it natural. And nice. I started having some cholesterol and heart issues. Okay. I don't mean to be political, but I'm going to say what it is. I got the COVID vaccine and my heart started having problems shortly after. Maybe coincidence, correlation and causation.
No, you ain't just come on this podcast and you start talking about vaccination. And no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Long story short, I needed to drop down. I started getting into content and I was like, you know what? I think a big guy could do this. I think this current body is not represented in content whatsoever. And
do the big boy.
Yeah, I was like, rather than lose the weight than start, I was like, let's see what I can do. And at 285 pounds, I became an AVN nominated favorite indie male performer, and it was it was a really cool accomplishment. It was great. But I came down from 310 to 285, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired. I love this job, but I can't keep doing it at this size. It's so exhausting to just, and I was putting in work for my size. Okay. I was like, there's tape. There's tape. We can pull up the footage. There's tape.
No, not on this podcast. We're not pulling it up on this podcast.
We're not gonna hold the film, but no tape. We trust your highlight tape, bro. We trust the highlight tape. This ain't what that is.
No, I was being playful, but
we know. We good. Go ahead, bro.
So it was just I got to a point where I was like, I'm done with this, and really, it was diet. I really just needed to hyperfixate on getting the nutrition stuff addressed. I was so used to eating so many thousands of calories trying to bulk up that when I dropped the calories, I was still eating like crap. Like I wasn't eating a balance. But because of the muscle mass I had under all that cushion, I really needed to attack the visceral fat. And the ketogenic diet what did it. I've been on keto rotation since December of last year, and I've lost 65 pounds. And
that is what's up, my boy. I'm on that journey too.
Shout out to the Lion.
I'm definitely on that journey too. Big props to you. People think that you watch all this stuff online, it's easy to lose weight. It's not, especially when you have that mental mind telling you go grab that fucking cheeseburger. And I'm usually like, no. And I'm sitting there in the McDonald's drive-thru talking about you don't need this. And then I'm at the window like, here's my money. You don't need this. And it's a couple of times it got the best of me, but there's also times where I threw it away in the trash right in the same drive-thru.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple of times. It was a waste of money, but it took me all the way to get to that.
Yeah,
I've
been
crazy.
there. I've been there.
Hey,
but
so
you know what?
You've been through it. You've been through it, man.
But you know what, Lion? When you look great and you feel great, you know the beautiful thing about that? You attract everybody. I mean, girls, they just come flocking to you talking about, ooh, zaddy.
Xbiz Miami was lit this year, especially because
it's like New Lion, who this?
I took the show out. And they were like, damn, like a lot of people, like, it takes a long time with content to actually transition from one body type to another. When you're rolling out content that's delayed. So you could be posting photos with all this great progress, but you're still putting out content where you're still a little husky. So when you do this big event with all these creators and they finally see it and they're like, whoa, like you dropped a person off your
Yeah.
But when you have that confidence, that swagger, and like I'm not trying to be conceited, but it's like, I know.
Oh, you did enough to be conceited, boy. You better get your flowers.
You talk your shit.
I'm an attractive dude, yes, but I was a cute and cuddly type when I was big, right?
Cute and cuddly.
But like when you add confidence and then I kept that muscle and I dropped the fat. So like now that there's a physique with it and I still have a little bit of the dad pooch going on, it's like a lot of women find me very attractive and we're speaking on it. And that was the first time in my entire life, like I'm not even joking, that I've ever been glazed. Like women coming up to me like, damn, glazed. I've never been glazed. I was like,
hey, I'm waiting for that day. No, but that's awesome for you, my boy. That is awesome for you. And I'm sure you getting glazed by men, women, it could, because it's always, that's the one thing that like I'm waiting for, Jordan. I'm waiting for is for a guy to acknowledge the hard work that I put in, that I'm trying to drop a human. But it's, in my opinion, it sometimes make you feel good about it when the same sex gives you that that kudos.
And you know what? That's where we go into the next thing. So, Lion, like this year, you stood on the stool, huh?
I was like, it make it sound like I knew the questions ahead of time.
Yeah, it sounds like you do. So, Lion, you stood on the stool, stood tall. You've been through everything that's going on, from dealing with with your ex-wife, dealing with losing the weight, and then you stood on a stool, stood true. And stood tall and talked to everyone to let everyone know about your sexuality. Can you walk us through that? Like, how was that situation?
That was
wait, before you answer, can you tell us what your sexuality is? And some people who may not know, can you describe that?
Yes. So I am pansexual. And
does that mean you like dishes and pans and
I hate him.
In a frying pan? Boy, you know how to skillet up an onion on it.
Hey, they have shirts that literally say I'm pansexual with the pans and it's someone cooking. Like, no joke.
Yeah. I'm too big right now. I can't be loving no pans. Fried food ain't good for me right now.
All right. So let's let him cook then.
Go ahead. My bad. So,
I want to give the actual definition, politically right thing, but I'm going to say what it is for me, because that's what matters. I find people attractive who I find attractive. I don't care what you were assigned at birth, what you identify as. I don't sit and wake up and say I only want this or I want that. I'm very specific about whom I find attractive, who draws to me, and it's a little it's there's another little part of it too, which gets, I believe it's demisexual, where there's an intelligence component. But for me, it's really
That's
just
what I was thinking. I was like, wasn't there one that has to do with like intelligence wise?
yeah, and I'm not like that. That's not really 100% me. Mine is more based off of just generally if I keep it. I'll just make it short. If I look at you and I want to fuck, boom. If I look, and that's what. If I look at you, if I look at you and I find you attractive, that's it. I don't care. I don't care what it is.
What's up?
I don't care if you're. I don't.
You better than me. You better than me. And I don't mean that like that. I mean it's like you got to be super fine. I'm very materialistic. I don't know about Jordan. This is the first time you meet me in 2 Shades of Black, but yeah, I don't know if you've seen past videos. I'm very materialistic, and yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So like, let me ask you this because you talk too much. So Lion, in regards to this, like, what made you like, all right, I want to let the world know who I am now. Like, what made you at that point, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm letting it be known. I gotta let this out.
Well, I'm gonna drop something that a lot of people don't know. I'm actually a conversion therapy kid. So I was showing. So I was the Southern Baptist. I was in the Southern Baptist Church, Baptist Christian, whatever. It was like a little bit of a combo, but basically, if you're gay, you go to hell. Blah 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 blah. I started to show signs of being a homosexual, and then they started to basically like ostracize me in front of the church and make me go to all these different things, and it was like a whole conversion therapy thing.
Damn.
So I tucked it really deep, and I was always like that. I've always been like that, and there's a lot of shame that was brought upon me from a religious standpoint as a child, that as I got into the developmental years, it was there, but I always was scared to go that way. I was always scared to let that route be known. It wasn't until after the Army and I started just like, I was exploring in the lifestyle and was seeing so many different things that I was just like, I just gotta be true to me and what I'm interested in. Some of my favorite content to get there with was trans performers, female performers. It didn't really matter. I just found everything to be like, I could, my Reddit is crazy. Like if you saw my Reddit, it is so all over the place, but
I wonder what your For You page looked like too.
That's crazy.
It's dangerous in there. But no, I was just tired of being, I was tired of just like living in a lie. I always tell people that like I keep it 100 and I'm always this true person, but yet I'm hiding my biggest part of myself that's fake as fuck. So why am I doing it now that I'm literally in the most ostracized business on the planet? I've already gotten naked on camera. I'm already a big dude butt naked on camera. Why should I be shamed? Why should I feel shame about being like, hey guys, kind of gay, so enjoy that. That's literally what my announcement was. Hey, I think it was like, just want to let everybody know, pansexual. Thank you. Like it was like a very short, and it blew up. It like everybody was just like, "We're so happy for you," and I was just like,
"That's
okay."
awesome."
So
that's awesome.
Let me ask you this question: what was going through your mind when you decided to kind of make that known? And I guess, yes, your ex-wife knows as far as you being out in the adult content world. Do you have kids? And if you do, is this something you've discussed with your family? And also making it public that you're pansexual and that you're attracted to both sex. Did you go through anything prior as far as people being discriminative towards you? And if they were, what were some of those things that you went through that kind of kept you closeted? Or if you were closeted, I'm curious.
before there was a term for it, my brother was very metrosexual, and metrosexual comes off very flamboyant and very gay-like, but they're very metrosexual people are very masculine.
I like to think I'm metro a little bit.
Didn't you call me metrosexual the other day?
I did. Mm-hmm. I did.
No, I called you. I did. I called him.
Yeah, I was lying.
I said, I told him I was like, oh, we were talking on the phone. I was sitting there. I was like, man, shut the fuck up, metrosexual man. Like,
I called you that before too. While when we was in Miami, because you was over here, pretty boy in the mirror trying to, and it took you like an hour and a half to get ready, and I'm sitting here like, bro, we just going to the pool. What you doing?
I think this episode's about lying. Hey, Lion, go ahead, bro. Because I don't need both of y'all coming up with metrosexual days for me. I don't need that.
Hey, we all being honest about ourselves right now. We might as well be, kumbaya. This is a safe space.
I'm a pretty boy. I can admit it, man. But hey, look, I'm cool. I'm cool on the other side of the pillow.
That's like a weird way, like why we get along. Because my brother literally is a light skinned, like handsome, pretty boy. So like that's why we get along so well, because like I'm like, yeah, it makes sense.
Anyway, finish this up, Lion, because we got one more for you.
Okay, long story short, my family ostracized him, so it made me not want to say anything. As an adult, I told my sister, my ex-wife knows, and then her sister knows, but that's about it, because her sister's a lesbian. So I told her, I was like, rainbow flag gang, and like, shoot.
Stupid.
I was like, hey. I was like, no, I was like, but no, so I do have kids. I do have 2 children, and they are not old enough, nor anywhere close to having this conversation. But I do navigate that bridge. I'll cross that bridge. But having a father, having a proud, strong father figure that is confident in all parts of who he is, I don't feel like it will be a hindrance to my children whatsoever. But
before we jump forward, I'm sorry, one last question. Now that you have come out, and you've already mentioned that the community in which the content creators gave you your flowers, and that's awesome. Have you come across individuals in the community or in the content world that have shunned you now that you've come out? And I'm not saying you need to name anybody. You don't need to put anybody on blast, but I'm curious.
Drop those names. No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm curious. Did you get any backlash from people you thought were genuinely your friend now that you've come out?
Yeah. Some people thought I was gay baiting. Some people thought, because I came out and I didn't drop any content in any type of crossover space.
Don't tell me it's like you dropped it, you wasn't sucking dick, so it ain't true.
Yeah, no, that's basically it.
Oh, damn.
Some people accused me of gay baiting. Some people were, they were like, that's great, happy for you, but if you do any crossover content, I'll never work with you again. There definitely was that, and I'm okay with that, because if you're not comfortable with my authentic self, then I don't need you in my brand anymore. If you're not comfortable with my authentic self, then you don't need to be in my life anymore. You're not a So I could give 2 flying fucks what you think. Like,
hey, there you go. There's the real and raw uncut. There it is. That's what's up.
I don't give a shit.
That's dope, man. So obviously, I'm pretty sure you heard some people frolicking around in the background. So there's a couple animals that just pulled up. There's also hopefully the food's here. So that means that my lady's here. So we're gonna wrap this up, and we're gonna finish up with one last thing from you, Lion. So you shared all these things. You shared your journey. We greatly appreciate all that here on 2 Shades of Black. So my last question, man, is what can people expect to see from you in the next few months? Not only just in content, but like safer word. Like, what are we going to expect to see on your platforms? Is there something new? What we got going from you?
Well, first and foremost, I gotta go get a trim and get faded up. I had to come to Atlanta to get a fade. I wanted to see what an Atlanta barber could do for my hair. So I came a little unprepared, but no, when I get freshened up and get in the full lion mode, I'm going to be at a shoe house this weekend. So when the full
shoe house?
It's when a coalition of coalition works cohort of content creators come together in one place. Basically, you know what? Keep it short. A consolidated version of XBiz or Exotica. just put.
But what is,
put
for
those
those who may not know, what is XBiz and Exotica?
Their XBiz is a sex expo specifically for the people in the industry. And then they now have like the X3 Expo, which is for fans and for booths and everything. Exotica is the same thing. It's just like a huge sex expo.
Okay, so it's for like sex workers, only fan models, loyal fan models, many fans, people. Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure that we were clear on it. Go ahead.
And you take a small portion of them, put them in like a mansion or a big house, and then they all work together, film, do reels, do safe.
So this a walk. This a weekend of swapping bodily fluids.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
Yes, it is.
But I just drove here, so I was like, I'll get freshened up in more lion mode. But no, I'm looking in the next couple months. You're going to see a lot more reels, a lot more TikToks, a lot more just me coming into this new version. You know, I talked about it on Twitter recently. It's like this is my sexy DILF era. You know, there was Big Boy Lion. We loved him. I had a great time championing the big guy fellas, but now it's time for me to, you know, be authentic, and that's, you know, I'm a sexy dad. I'm
another question. One question before we conclude. Now that you have changed your body style and this is what you're now putting out as far as content, what are your thoughts on the day one people that started following you because you were a bigger model or a bigger sex worker and that was part of it? What do you say to them? Because that was like your day one and bigger supporters.
I told them on Twitter yesterday, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, I said I was first I was appreciative for the people that worked with me and gave big guys a platform, visibility to be seen. And I appreciated the day one people that, you know, followed me and supported me, and I had a great time being the champion for them. But for my health and for my well-being, it was time for me to drop. But for the day one people that stuck around, they're the real ones. For the ones that shamed me for losing weight, and for
they shamed you.
I have been getting hate for losing weight. I have been getting demolished for losing weight by some people, and that's okay because my kids are going to have more years with me because I decided to.
Well, let's not bash the big people now. Hold on.
Well, no, like I said, you know, my cholesterol was bad.
You was pointing the wrong way, Jordan.
On my computer, you're over there, so it works for me. Where are you? Are you here? Are you there?
I'm here.
Over there? Yeah. You're trolling me. Go ahead.
Yeah. My body is my body. I don't judge anybody's body. We all live in our own respective thing. And in my body was telling me I can't handle this anymore. I can't do this. It's time to drop. So that's why. So, and I'm not going to hold you. I have bigger things for the Lion brand that in order for me to accomplish them, which is what my fans wanted, I had to appeal to some other some different repertoire that I had in the catalog, which was dropping this weight as quickly as I did and showing off a different figure and getting more opportunities as, like I said, you know, DILF, and hopefully getting some more mainstream opportunities as, you know, as the DILF bod as I transition into more of a physique.
Well, I definitely appreciate all that you've shared with us today. I mean, this gives me, well, I'm not going to be getting into the sex world, but this gives me good hope that like the positive vibes you received in being your authentic self, that we still got good humans out there. I might not be one of them 100%, but at least Jordan helped me. I mean, contained me this episode because I'm usually the wild card. But all I'm saying, make sure if we get at least 100 likes on this video, we're going to release a part 2 of the Lion. So we're going to work that out.
Oh yeah, Jordan's speedrunning this, so it's like,
I know, and I'm about to, you know, between me and you, we're gonna block him out. He may not be on the future episodes if he keep rushing me through these sets.
Hey, look, I'm
prima
hungry.
donna ass. That's exactly why he Metro. He over here sassy.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I'm happy he did it. Because I'd be getting long-winded, but I'm hungry as hell, too. It's been listen.
He been driving for like 13 hours to come over to the crib, man.
Drove.
Yeah, he's at my house right now.
Well, I know, but he drove. I thought, most normal people hop on a plane to go where they need to go.
Well, look, man.
Okay.
I'll put it like this.
So, I appreciate it, Lion. I appreciate you joining us. 2 Shades of Black. We will definitely, once we get this 100 likes, we will definitely have you on. And I hope to see the success and the determination that you're putting into it come to fruition. And I don't know what that says, but either way, I appreciate you.
Shout out your girl.
Over and out, and we'll see y'all next episode.